Peter Theobald and Kenneth Jiggins, it started as a routine early morning drive to feed pheasants in the snow in the Essex countryside. But as the pair turned their vehicle up Workhouse Lane, an isolated farm track just off the main Chelmsford to Southend Road, they got their first inkling that something was wrong. Blocking the padlocked gate at the end of the track was a metallic blue Range Rover that shouldn't have been there. Cursing, Mr. Jiggins braved the cold to get the vehicle shifted. As he walked up to the Range Rover, he could see there was people inside, but there was no response to his tapping. He began to think they was asleep, but then saw blood on their faces and realised they were dead. Things moved quickly after that. The emergency services descended on the scene in force, and within hours the names of the 3 dead men were known: Craig Rolfe, Patrick Tate and Anthony Tucker, all from the south of Essex, and all had been blasted with a shotgun at close range, and all were known criminals with connections with the drugs underworld. A massive manhunt was launched with no shortage of suspects, but true to the criminal code of silence, nobody was giving anything away, except one man. Former small-time drug dealer and petty criminal Darren Nichols turned supergrass after police started to investigate his links with the triple killing. Getaway driver Nichols, who now has a new identity and a new life with police protection, led detectives to 2 men. Engineer Michael Steele and Jack Womes were questioned and later charged with the killings of the 3 men. Steele of Anglers Green, Great Bentley, and Womes of Main Road, Brockford, both denied the charges. In court, they produced alibis and accused Nichols of fabricating the story to deflect attention away from his own involvement in the slayings. Security was tight, with armed police surrounding Chelmsford Magistrates Court as the pair appeared in the dock for the first time. Then, on September 2nd, the trial began at the Old Bailey and began one of the longest and most expensive criminal trials ever. During the months of questioning and cross-questioning, the patient and long-suffering jury of 8 women and 4 men listened as Supergrass Nichols related his version of events. The background to the assassinations was outlined to the court by Andrew Munday QC at the start of the trial. Tate had apparently threatened to kill Steele when he believed he was not properly compensated for substandard cannabis, the court heard. But Steele and Womes decided they would eliminate the threat once and for all. They planned the triple killing to take place on a cold and snowy December night. Tate and his associates were lured to the scene on a promise of a new and substantial deal, this time in cocaine. As they relaxed in their Range Rover, 8 shots were fired rapidly into their heads from close range. What prompted such terrible acts? The answer, it would appear, was a dispute over consignment of very pure quality cannabis. Dealing in drugs is not an honourable trade. It is often the province of the double cross, the sting and the double dealing. They are all stock in trade for those who deal in drugs, Mr. Munday said when he opened the prosecution case. Not for them the protection of the law, or going to the local county court to pursue a claim if there is something wrong in the drugs consignment they have brought. They are beyond the law, as a result of which the remedies they take are sometimes themselves lawless. After the shooting, Steele said he felt like a bit like the angel of death, and he'd done everyone a favour and got rid of the sort of people that you would not want around, said Mr. Munday. Steele and Womes were convicted after Nichols described picking them up after the murders. He said he heard Womes laughing as he recalled how his partner's gun had fallen apart during the shootings. He said Steele had described Womes as a cold-hearted bastard who had pointed his gun into the Range Rover and put shots into all 3 immediately. Nichols said he drove Womes to the scene thinking it was simply a drug deal meeting. He was told to wait nearby until he was called. When he returned and the front door of the car opened, the light came on. I saw Jack's hands. He was wearing surgical type gloves. They were covered in speckles of something which I could see was red, he added. He took it to be blood, and it was then he realised what was going on.